Hello there! My name is Matt and I work with the Montana Discovery Foundation in the Helena Lewis and Clark National Forest, and I'm up here at beautiful Stemple Pass. We got a little bit of snow coming down. It's a beautiful winter landscape behind me. This is one of the premier locations for winter recreation in our national forest. So what I'm going to be talking to you about today is winter safety, and specifically things that we want to do before we even get out to the forest. So I'm going to be sharing with you my 5 steps to know before you go. These are steps that are important any time of year, but especially in the winter time when the weather's colder, the days are shorter, and the risks can be a little bit higher if you do not plan ahead. Step number 1, get a map and know your route. This is a big forest. There's a lot of places to go. So you want to get a map and you want to know where it is that you want to go. You can go onto the Helena Lewis and Clark National Forest website. You can access maps for free. You can download them. You can print them off. You can get them on your phone. I recommend having it on your phone as well as a physical copy so that you know exactly where you're going. And when you get out to the forest, you want to keep track of where you are as you travel on that map. Step number 2, check the weather. Weather, as we know in Montana, can be pretty extreme in the winter time. You want to know where the weather is, where you are going. So go on to weather.gov, that's the federal government's forecasting site. You can search your specific location for where you're going. This is important because the weather down in the valleys in Helena or Townsend or Lincoln might be a lot different than up here on the Continental Divide in the National Forest. So look for your specific location. Do not be caught off guard by bad weather. Step number 3, avalanche danger. This is one of the most important things that you can do to stay safe in the winter time. Avalanches are the big thing that separate winter time from other times a year, and you want to know a little bit about avalanches. We recommend that you get some avalanche education before you head out in the winter. Unfortunately, the Helena Lewis and Clark National Forest does not have an avalanche forecasting site for our forest, but our friends down south in the Custer-Gallatin National Forest and our friends up to the northwest in the Flathead National Forest do avalanche forecasting every day. Their websites also have a ton of great information about avalanches. So get a little bit of education, know what's going on with avalanches before you head out. Step number 4, make a plan and stick to it. So you've got your map, you know where you want to go. You've checked the weather, it's looking great. You've checked the avalanche conditions, you're feeling safe. Now you want to make a plan and you want to stick to that plan. Figure out how far you're going to go and what time you plan to be back. And we recommend that you give yourself a strict turnaround time. You don't want to be out hiking along or skiing, having a great day. All of a sudden it's 4 or 5 o'clock and you've got hours of travel to get back to your car. Don't put yourself in that situation. Make sure you have a plan and that you stick to it. And step number 5, you've made your plan. You're gonna stick to it. You wanna tell somebody what that plan is. So step number 5 is communicate your plan. Tell somebody back home where you're going and when you plan to be back. Make sure this is somebody who cares about you. A good friend, a partner, a spouse, someone who's gonna notice if you're not back on time. That way, if you don't come back and you get in trouble out there in the mountains, we know where you're gonna go, and our friends at the Helena Lewis and Clark National Forest can start a search party to come and rescue you if you need it. Hopefully that 5th step is not something you're gonna need because you're gonna follow the other 4 steps, but accidents do happen and we wanna make sure that you have a safe way out if you are in trouble out in the mountains. All right, those are my 5 steps to knowing before you go. They are, again, get a map, know your route, check the weather, check the avalanche conditions, make a plan and stick to it, and communicate your plan. If you do all 5 of those things, chances are good you are gonna have a really fun, really safe experience here in the mountains in our forest this winter. All right, we got a lot more videos we're gonna be putting out over the next few weeks, all about what to wear in the winter time, what to bring on your adventure, some suggestions for places to go and things to look out for while you're out in the mountains, in the forest this winter. So stay tuned for those. Until then, have a safe and happy winter season. We look forward to seeing you in the mountains. Bye.